What's the best chocolate bar at Whole Foods? There are literally dozens and dozens to pick from in there. So how do you choose the best one without tasting them all and spending a ton of money? I'm Marianne and Manes, third generation Swiss chocolatier, and I'm going to taste them for you so that you can buy the best chocolate bar at Whole Foods. So check out how huge this chocolate section is. It's just vast. I'm only picking bars in the 70% cocoa content realm to have a fair fight, and because that's what I love. Then back in my chocolate kitchen, my partner in love, crime, and chocolate, Eric, will taste all the bars with me and will choose the best dark chocolate bar at Whole Foods. And here's the loot. All right, we tasted 17 dark chocolate bars from Whole Foods, and now we're gonna powwow and narrow down to our favorite 6 or 7 bars. Need a little chocolate break.
Yeah.
Give my palate a break.
And then come back taste
to
the
it,
best one. Good
and
idea.
then we'll bring it there.
I agree.
All right.
Good job. All right, so we have tasted 19 chocolates from Whole Foods and managed to narrow it down to 7 of our favorites so far.
This is a really tough job, but somebody has to do it. We
That's
took
right.
it for the team.
And so here we go. We're gonna taste these 7 different chocolates and then figure out for you guys what's the best chocolate at Whole Foods. Here's the first one.
All right. This is Tony's chocolate, Tony Chocolonely. Yes, Tony's Chocolonely. Nothing lonely about that chocolate. There's enough chocolate in that bar to feed a half an army, or in our case, about 2 people. It's a big bar. I think it's about 200 grams. So we already know it's got a nice snap, so it's a nice temper. Smells good, nice and mild. It's good. It's an approachable chocolate. You know, kind of like your house wine. You can drink it every day, sit on your couch, watch TV, focus on the chocolate, not focus on the chocolate. It's good.
This is darker than I thought it was on the first round.
70%.
I'm glad we decided to taste these guys again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit darker. It's got, to me, a little bit of a chalky feel to it.
It does.
It's got a little bit of a bitter buzz on the back of my tongue.
Slightly.
But it's nice. It's a nice, good chocolate. And so I get it. That's cool. And let's see how it is against the rest of them. Next up is Chocolove. Chocolove.
The company is from Boulder, Colorado.
Cool.
So it's always kind of neat to know where the chocolate is made.
It's an unusual shape, which
Super
is
cool
nice.
mold.
I think so too. It's smooth. It's rounded.
It's like 2 tits. It's like, there you go. It's like 2 little chocolate boobs.
Yeah, very little. Doesn't smell like much of anything, actually.
They're smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really good. That's a nice tasting chocolate.
It's got sort of a warm vanilla flavor to it that I really like. Add a little woodsy to it, but not a harsh one. It's just smooth.
It is smooth. It's not bitter. It's clearly dark, but I love it when the flavor outshines the bitter. You know?
Yes.
That's so important.
It's got a lot of flavor without the bitterness.
Because otherwise it just comes across as burnt. But this really has a nice flavor. There is a little bit of chalky to it.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
It's lovely. It's a nice chocolate.
I'm really liking this very much because
Digging it.
It's so approachable. It's got just really a nice flavor amount without the bitterness.
The other nice thing about Chocolove is that the flavor profile doesn't drop off. I mean, it's still going beautifully.
Got a nice layer.
It starts off nice. It keeps going nice, and that's a sign of a good quality chocolate and good tempering. So next up is Omnom.
Omnom. Beautiful packaging. I'm really excited to taste this one because while the beans are from Tanzania, this chocolate is from Iceland. Have you ever had Icelandic chocolate? I certainly didn't before today, so I am super psyched to try this one. And aside from a gorgeous packaging, which starts on the outside with this very creative cardboard packaging, and then the sleeve, which you saw. Then the inside continues with the same motif, and then just a beautiful, simple mold.
Have you had Tanzanian chocolate before?
I probably have. I don't know specifically off the top of my mind when I did, but it's certainly not one of the most common areas that cocoa beans are planted. So it's cool to have, you know, Tanzanian chocolate, which is, like I said, not so common. And it's made in Iceland. That's really extra cool. I mean, have you ever thought of Iceland as a chocolate producing country? Not really, right? So super cool. Yeah. It's got a smooth smell.
Man, I like that one.
Mm-hmm. As you bite through, it's very smooth, going right through the chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Do you taste fruit in there?
Mm-hmm.
I taste a fruity, maybe
like,
almost passion fruity. Something.
It's got a nice little acidity in it without, the acidity in it is really nice without overwhelming. Sometimes acidity can just be kind of
That's
overwhelming.
Awesome. You got to try that one. This is an excellent chocolate bar. And what's cool about it is that it's different too.
Yeah.
That's an unusual flavor profile.
Mm-hmm.
You don't taste that very often. It's citrusy. It's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not chalky at all. It's not grainy at all.
Very smooth.
It's like well recipe'd
Mm-hmm.
and well manufactured as well.
It's got a lot of flavor without the sort of cloying bitterness. So
Cool.
I'm liking this very much. Very interesting. So,
Omnom. That's going to be tough to beat.
yeah. 1 thumbs up for Iceland. Wow.
Next.
Marou is one of the chocolates I'm actually most excited about. Also
Because it's your nickname?
Almost. The reason is it's from Vietnam. Again, I have never knowingly had Vietnamese chocolate. It's a pretty small market with regards to cocoa beans. Super cool. Marou, I assume, is based on a French name because the French used to be in Vietnam. And the name of this particular chocolate is Chocolove.
Chocolove.
So, wow, already the smell is, this is the most intense smell, I think, of all the bars that we've tasted.
You're so much better at that than I am with the smelling part. I don't.
It's so important.
What do you pull from that? What is it that you're smelling that's really jumping out to you like that?
Just the intensity of the smell is much more than the others. Some of the chocolates, they don't smell very much, and this one has sort of a freshness to it that really appeals to me. I like the immediate first impression. It hits my palate in a really nice way.
Oh, here it goes.
A little berry fruity acidity, like berry specifically. Very specific.
I get like a passion fruit sort of taste coming in from that. It's a
I can see that.
Light.
Good.
It's delightful. It's creamy. It's not chalky at all.
Who doesn't like creamy, man?
This is an excellent chocolate.
Yeah.
I think again, I just said it a few minutes ago with another one, but this one's even better, and I think this one's going to be tough to beat.
What I love about this one is that it's super approachable, and it has layers, and it has a beautiful texture. So you just have, from all the things that I look for in really good chocolate, is approachability, something interesting that takes you on a journey, and good texture. I'm just a sucker for good texture, and this really delivers. So,
and it's smooth, it's welcoming. It feels like a gentle soul that's allowing you,
but with power underneath.
It's really excellent.
It's like I love that one, and it's one that I'm really excited about. I mean,
cool.
Again, I've never been to Vietnam, but I just have this exotic idea. I want to visit that plantation. I want to visit that chocolate maker. So
and the maker is Marou.
Marou from Vietnam, single origin chocolate, and the chocolate is called Chocolonely, 70% cocoa.
Excellent.
That's
and especially for a 70% to be that smooth and not bitter.
Yep.
With the flavor ahead of the bitter, that is so impressive.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm digging this.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a hard one for me to beat as well. So. Vietnam.
Green and black.
Green and black.
That's a very popular chocolate, right?
It is.
A lot of people know about this chocolate.
Yeah, and it's been around for a long time. They have a whole bunch of different ones. It's organic, it's fair trade, and it's from the UK. So,
interesting.
Again, the UK, you don't necessarily think of the UK as
I think of Cadbury. Cadbury fruit and nut bars.
Yep. Got a nice flavor. Again, I would say on the darker tobacco notes and slightly more woodsy from the smell.
Wow, what a different chocolate.
Oh, wow.
What a different chocolate from the other ones that we've already tasted.
Going like from purple to yellow in terms of flavor difference.
That's a really good chocolate. But
the texture.
The texture, it's a little grainy. It's a little bit chalky.
Yeah.
It's a delicious flavor and an unusual flavor and nice and dark, but I don't think that it gets ahead of those other two.
Yeah, it's not nearly as complex as the Vietnamese chocolate. It's just a more single layer to me, more woodsy, and the texture doesn't quite make it for me, so.
Gotcha.
So green and blacks, very nice chocolate. If you want to have a nice chocolate fix, intense, you like things with a little bit more bitter intensity, a little bit of a kick, this is a very nice chocolate. Not quite as smooth as Marou, the last chocolate we tasted, but nevertheless, it's a very good chocolate.
You know what yes. You know what I think? I think there's chocolates for tasting and there's chocolates for eating. And if I was having a party and I wanted people to taste a variety of delicious, different, interesting, excellent chocolates, green and black would be one of those chocolates for sure. Yes. And it would stand out from all the rest of them. Yeah.
It has a very distinct flavor.
But something like Marou that we just tried before, I mean, you can get 10 bars of that. You could eat a bar a day and be thrilled. It's a totally different animal. This is excellent. Really enjoyed it. Next up is Whole Foods' own house brand, 365. Frankly, I did not expect this to be in our top 5, top 7 chocolates.
Honestly, me neither.
That's a real surprise. It's a very different kind of a chocolate than any of the other ones we tasted. It's a much lower cocoa content.
Yeah, it's 57% cocoa content.
That's 20% less than most of the other ones that we've picked.
And it's sweeter because of it. You know, naturally, if you have less cocoa content, you have more sugar, and that's what you get. It's sweeter. Yeah. Which a lot of people like. I mean, a lot of people want to have that sweet tooth fulfilled. So
well, let's taste it again and see why we put it in the top 7.
Absolutely.
It's got a great snap. All right, let's taste it.
To me, what comes out first is almost like a hazelnut flavor. It reminds me almost of like chocolates versus chocolate bar. It feels very, I hesitate to say it, but it feels kind of desserty. Because it's sweeter, but it has that nutty, hazelnutty flavor.
It does.
So I'm liking it. It actually reminds me of Switzerland a little bit. Hazelnut, chocolate, that combination. It's like
it'd be a nice chocolate to melt down and dip stuff into.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be awesome.
And again, it's kind of a couch chocolate, meaning you can sit on the couch, watch a movie, and demolish a whole bar because it's not that intense. You don't have to focus on it that much because it's a fairly straightforward, simple chocolate, but it's beautiful.
At 57,
no bitterness.
At 57%, 365. This 365 chocolate's a little bit sweet and light for me. Yep. But it's delicious. It's well made. It's
really well made.
It's well tempered, and I've got a lot of respect for it.
And I think for people who want to move more towards darker chocolate, that are coming from the milk chocolate world, this one is actually. This is a good entry point.
It's your gateway.
Right there.
It's your gateway bar.
Yeah, it's your gateway from milk to the darker world of darker chocolate.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
I mean, it's good.
Good job, Whole Foods.
Yeah, very good job. Seriously. Yeah.
All right, so now let's crunch our numbers and see what we come up with for.
See what your favorite is. What my favorite is.
Best chocolate at Whole Foods.
See if we truly are 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah.
All right.
What'd you think?
I think I am seriously impressed with the selection at Whole Foods. So big fat double thumbs up for Whole Foods. Your selection is really pretty rocking. There's a lot of good chocolate. So if you're stranded on an island, I think it'll cater to a lot of different tastes. Having said that,
me too, by the way. I was pretty blown away by just how many really interesting, delicious chocolates there are at Whole Foods, and that you're able to go there and try something different every time and really have a good experience. So that was awesome.
There's 2 that really top the list.
Yep, I have 2 too.
And since I can only have 1, I'm gonna go for Marou. I think Marou is so special. It's the chocolate from Vietnam. It has so much flavor, it has complexity, it has approachability, it has a beautiful mouth feel. I mean, it's just on every level. is just a fabulous chocolate, plus the exoticness of it. I mean, that doesn't really count, but it's in the background as a backdrop. It still counts a little bit. So it is the winner, but a very close runner-up for me is Chocolove. It has also beautiful approachability and is really delicious. Between these two, all happy. But number one,
wow.
Marou, duck luck from Vietnam.
Very cool.
How about you?
Yeah, thanks.
Who's the winner?
Very similar to you, actually. So I'll just start off by saying that those three were my top three. Omnom, Chocolove, and Marou are my three favorites.
Yep,
for sure.
I will actually agree with you on the top three.
Right, which is pretty amazing, given that we tasted 19 chocolates. That we came down to the same three.
Yep.
And I just have a slightly different order
of
them, which is that I also thought that Chocolove was excellent. Really delicious, very accessible, super nice chocolate, but I would put that into the third position. Number two for me was Omnom. I thought Omnom was so interesting and such a nice chocolate, beautifully made, delicious chocolate bar. But the bottom line is that Marou takes the cake for me.
Yep.
And I thought that that slight passion,
yep.
fruity,
yep.
delicious,
yep.
citrusy flavor,
yep.
and a creamy, accessible, yep. yummy chocolate. I mean, really, Marou is one of the best chocolate bars that I've tried in a long time. And I really appreciate that Whole Foods offers that. And so the bottom line for us, Marou is the best chocolate bar at Whole Foods.
Marou, Vietnam, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to learn more about chocolate, click on this video link. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notified when our next video comes out. See you next time. Ciao.